Today, we're going to take a look at another horrible case with you. On the 17th of April 2017, Russell Sion, a caretaker who lived along a logging road in Alsea, Oregon, was taking a walk. He spotted what looked like a person in the forest. Initially, he thought it was a prank some silly youth had staged. He reached down and touched the hand of the body to confirm. It was a person, a dead one. He hurried to a convenience store nearby to alert the police. The body Russell had found turned out to be Anna Repkina, a native of Moscow, over 5,000 miles away from home, decorated with candy wrappers, cigarette cartons, fast food bags, and KFC receipts. The 27-year-old was sporting a single gunshot wound to the back of the head. The police wondered how this young Russian woman ended up dead and discarded in the United States. The circumstances surrounding the death of 27-year-old Anna was quite saddening. The young woman had boldly followed her heart. She had chased after what she wanted, but she ended up losing her life. Anna Alexievna Repkina was a simple woman from Chelyabinsk, Russia. She came from a good family. Anna was a smart and hardworking woman. She loved traveling. She loved rock music. She loved cats, and she had a few of her own. She loved making memories and taking pictures of them. Anna loved love, and she wanted to be loved. She wanted to get married, have kids, and build a home. When asked, people could not seem to forget Anna's sense of humor. Anna was a delight to be around. In 2016, Anna got dumped and her fragile heart was broken. Her high school sweetheart, whom she had dated for 7 years, broke up with her. Affectionate Anna, being affectionate Anna, wasn't going to wallow around and give up on her dreams. She was going to find her Prince Charming, and she was going to live happily ever after. Online dating was all the rage, so she signed up for some sites. Anna soon matched with someone on a Russian dating site, and he was everything she had hoped for. Anna's prince was William Hargrove, a 26-year-old Oregonian who worked as a bouncer and a mechanic. He loved everything Russian. Most of all, he loved Anna too. William was kind to Anna. He complimented her often. He was far away, but he did his best to be present when she needed him. William's friends had described him as a funny, charismatic, passionate, and likable jokester. He was a goal-getter, and he encouraged everyone around him to chase after what they believed. His former roommate said William had a way with words and could easily get himself in or out of anything. They talked every day, and their relationship got quite serious in the few months they had connected online. They seemed like the missing half of each other. They had so much in common. They loved the same type of music. They loved attending live shows. They had a similar sense of humor. They were the perfect fit. According to friends who knew them together, Anna and William were complementary. William was the sweetest. He would constantly send her flowers even though they were continents apart. Soon, they began talking about meeting in person. The chemistry was present via cell phones, but they wanted to confirm it in person. So, in December 2016, Anna and William decided to take their months-old relationship a step further. Anna booked a flight to Oregon. Anna had booked the wrong flight on her first try. She had gotten a ticket for Portland, Maine, but was supposed to book a flight for Portland, Oregon. Anna had already flew to Maine before the mix-up was realized, but the woman wanted to spend the Christmas holidays with her boyfriend, and she did. She fixed her flight issues and landed in Oregon in time. William had picked her up at the airport. Anna and William spent 10 days together. He took her sightseeing. They went to the seaside, played in the snow, and cuddled by the fire. He also introduced her to his friends, screamed Happy New Year together, and kissed when the clock hit 12. They were locked in. It was the best Christmas a girl could have. At the end of Anna's 10-day visit, William proposed with his grandmother's emerald ring. and Anna said yes. Anna Repkina and William Hargrove were engaged. William had swiped right on Anna. He had her visit him in another country for 10 days. He introduced her to his friends. He swept her off her feet. He proposed. He was engaged. Another thing William did was two-time Anna. Turns out William had been seeing his landlady, 33-year-old Michelle Chavez. William rented a spare room in Michelle's home and apparently owned a lot in her heart. Michelle was married with 2 kids, but that didn't stop their love boat from sailing. In fact, the boat has been at sea for over a year. When Anna came to visit, she had met her competition under the guise of her boyfriend-turned-fiance's landlady. Michelle had been understanding that her boyfriend had brought his girlfriend to her home. Maybe because she thought William wasn't ever leaving her. Maybe because she thought Anna was as unimportant as her own husband. Whatever the reason, she didn't blow their cover. It wasn't very clear to the prosecution and the public what Michelle's husband's stand was with all of this, until she found out about the engagement ring. Anna flew back to Russia, a happy camper. The newly engaged woman posted a picture of her ringed finger on Facebook. The algorithm did its thing and brought the post to Michelle's homepage. Michelle wasn't just angry that her boyfriend was engaged to another woman. Michelle had plans to leave her husband for William. She promised to. To solidify that promise, she took off her wedding ring and handed it to William. Her wedding ring was awfully similar to Anna's engagement ring. In fact, it was the same ring. William had recycled her wedding ring. Michelle expressed her anger to her boyfriend, and he assured and reassured her. Anna was nothing to him, and he was going to break the engagement. On the 1st of March 2017, Anna returned to Oregon with her wedding dress in a suitcase. She had dropped her resignation letter at work and was ready to be with her fiancé, William, forever. Michelle didn't like this. Anna's mother, Yelena, had later expressed her worry about her daughter moving to the other side of the globe. She was unsure about William, a man her daughter barely knew. Yelena thought Anna was rushing things, but Anna said she was in love. Why should she wait? Yelena let her go. Michelle, after realizing Anna's visit was not a visit, grew increasingly infuriated. She asked William to find another place to stay, as the engaged couple cannot remain under her roof. William obliged. He moved out of Michelle's home and rented an apartment for him and Anna. But he never stopped seeing Michelle. He would sneak out of his new home to go see her. He kept reassuring her of his commitment to her and Anna's nothingness. Michelle was concerned about how serious Anna and William were getting. So she took matters into her own hands. Michelle contacted Anna via Facebook one day and told her everything that had been going on. Anna reported everything Michelle had told her to William. William dismissed it as Michelle being a jealous ex. She believed him. The couple were going to live their life ignoring Michelle's jealousy. To start with, they booked the 23rd of March as their wedding date. They were going to get married by the sea. Anna put on the wedding dress she had brought with her from Russia, and off they went to their beach wedding. The officiant never showed up. After waiting for what seemed like an eternity, they went back home. They planned on trying to get married again sometime in April. There's surveillance footage of them getting food at a McDonald's drive-thru on that date. Anna was seated on the passenger side in her wedding dress. The officiant was ill. Well, he wasn't, but that was the story William fed to Anna, and she believed him. William kept insisting that Anna was unimportant. He wasn't in love with Anna. He had made it clear to her that he wasn't, but she just wouldn't budge. Michelle was getting tired of it. So, on the 15th of April, Michelle put her foot down. William had to make a choice. It was her or Anna. He couldn't eat his cake and have it anymore. Michelle also insisted that if Anna wasn't gone by Thursday the 20th, she was going to build a snowman. To build a snowman referred to killing a person and hiding the body in a snowman, a place that is always cold and snow never melts, so the body is never found. After Michelle made herself clear to William, she suddenly couldn't reach him anymore. She assumed that he made his choice, Anna. She left him voicemails trying to communicate her feelings. The next day, Sunday the 16th of April, William called Michelle to let her know he was a free man. He and Anna had ended it. It was a messy breakup, but she was currently on her way back to Russia. William had hit a deer with his car and was struck at the Alcee Mercantile, so he asked Michelle to come meet him at the store. This was on Easter Sunday, and Michelle was at a family gathering, but they had to celebrate, so Michelle left her family's house and drove to him. They celebrated their sturdy relationship by having sex in William's car. On the 17th of April, Anna was found in the forest. At the beginning of the investigation of Anna's death, investigators didn't even know who she was. There was no means of identification around her, and she had only been in the state for a little over a month. There was no murder weapon, only scraps of trash. However, in the array of rubbish was a clear plastic bag. The bag contained a KFC receipt, an empty Pepsi cup, and a KFC chicken paper bag. The biggest clue to solving the case was the KFC receipt. The receipt found on the scene had a date, time, and debit card number. The debit card was linked to Kevin Thomas. Investigators tracked down Kevin Thomas, and it turned out Kevin was William's best friend. Upon questioning Kevin, he described his close relationship with William and how he was getting to know Anna. Kevin revealed a friendship tradition between him and William where they went to KFC for lunch every Friday. That receipt was from a purchase about a week before his questioning.
The garbage we found was, I think, something you bought last week from KFC.
Okay.
Do you know about that?
Yeah, me and my brother go to KFC.
Go to KFC?
On Fridays.
What's your brother's name, Kevin?
Will Hargrove.
Kevin had paid with his credit card, and William had paid in cash. Kevin had been the one to blow the whistle on what he called William's complicated relationship situation. The investigation of Anna's death was the only reason William's double timing had ever come to light. Kevin had also mentioned in his interview that William had borrowed his shotgun. The police asked to see the weapon, but according to Kevin, William had not returned it. When further questioned, Kevin further stated that William had said he wanted to borrow the shotgun, go up to the woods, and blow off some steam, in that order. After getting Kevin's statement, the police had both their eyes on William and Michelle. From the day Anna died, Will had begun to act out of character and not to mention suspicious. Mr. William Hargrove took money out of his late fiance's bank account. The bereaved had paid off his close-to-cancellation cash insurance. He was also caught on surveillance cameras in stores where he had gone in to buy cigars and Star Wars Legos. He had even told his best friend Kevin that he was spending money he shouldn't to make himself feel better. He added a little more weight to the strange scale. William started researching time travel. He was texting strangers on social media platforms like WhatsApp on how to time travel. He had even offered his soul in exchange for the opportunity to go back in time. When further questioned by these time travel gurus, William said he wanted to return to April 16th. He said his best friend had made a mistake and he wanted to go back to block the situation. And on the 16th, William was caught crying in the arms of a store employee. He has told the employee that his girlfriend has just left him. William had moved back to Michelle's home. He got picked up by the police and was questioned. To begin with, they had asked William about his whereabouts on the 16th of April. William claimed to have been out on a drive with Michelle. However, when asked about his relationship with Anna, William claimed not to have any relationship with her. He told the police that he met her downtown in Corvallis while on a walk. According to William, he and Anna had gone on 2 dates, but he had made it clear to her that it wasn't going to work out between them. That ended their romantic relationship. The last time William saw Anna was in the middle of March. He had also mentioned that Anna, out of delusion, had posted their engagement on Facebook. This got him in a lot of trouble with his true lover, Michelle. Afterwards, they asked him about the trash found next to his late fiancée, or the lady he had gone out on 2 dates with. William admitted to tossing trash out of his car window, but he claimed to have disposed of his KFC trash in a trash can in the Alsea General Store. The distance between the Alsea General Store and the logging road was about 40 miles. The investigators were not buying his story. Lieutenant Chris Duffett, one of the investigators in the room trying to apply pressure, immediately told William that his trash had been found in another location next to a murder victim. William initially acted surprised and heartbroken by this revelation. He couldn't believe he was being questioned about murder. The next minute, he requested a lawyer. William Hargrove was arrested for the murder of his fiancée, Anna Repkina, on the 19th of April, 2 days after her body was found. After William's arrest, Michelle was also picked up for questioning. When asked about her whereabouts on the 16th of April, Michelle, as rehearsed, said she and William had spent the day together. William had picked her up at her mother's house and they had gone on a drive or something. After some time passed, she changed her story. She admitted that she had previously lied. Her new story was that she and William were supposed to be together. He was supposed to call her, then come pick her up, but he never called nor showed up. Later on in her questioning, the police revealed that her boyfriend of 1.5 years was presently in their custody for murder. Michelle's response was okay. The skeptical investigator pointed this oddness out and her emotions found their way out. She whimpered and blamed her former reaction on numbness from shock. William Hargrove was being indicted for murder, identity theft, and 2 counts of theft in June 2018, and the trial began in October 2019. The prosecution wanted the entire book thrown at William for every charge, but the defense wanted the book flipped. They maintained that William was innocent, and Melissa, the burnt lover, was the real culprit. The prosecution's argument was strong and backed with evidence and points at his motive and guilt. William had a second lover on his neck asking him to choose. There was proof of William and Anna driving that Alston together. William's cell phone pinged at 4:30 p.m. along the logging road on the day Anna was killed. The shotgun Anna had been executed with was found in his car, and his fingerprints were the only ones on the weapon. William, who claimed not to have anything to do with Anna, was going shopping with her money. He was paying off his car insurance with her card. He had even been caught at an ATM making withdrawals with Anna's card. William had driven up to the forest with Anna. He had gotten her out of the car, shot her with his shotgun in execution style. He did this because he was making a choice between Anna and Michelle. This was the prosecution's stance. The defense, however, maintained their client's innocence. Melissa had done it. Melissa had threatened to build a snowman with Anna. Melissa's cell phone had been caught along the logging road a few weeks before Anna was killed. She had to have gone to scout the environment. Also, upon searching Melissa's house, Anna's cell phone was found with her. Melissa was not charged with any crimes, and she took to the witness stand as a witness for the prosecution. Melissa testified about how she had met William, as well as the dynamics of their relationship. She worked as a late-night cab driver, and her husband was an instructor in the Oregon State University. Their marriage was loveless. One night, she met William at the bar where he worked. He had sparked her interest. With her husband's permission, she began a relationship with William, and they only knitted closer as time went by. They grew so close that he rented a room in her house just to be even closer. William and Melissa's relationship, like her marriage, was open. So when Anna first came into the picture, she couldn't be bothered. However, by her second visit, which looked like it was going to be permanent, Melissa couldn't take it, especially with seeing her own wedding ring on Anna's finger. She had indeed given him an ultimatum, but she had no hand in William hurting Anna. She said she never meant for Anna to get hurt, or worse, lose her life. Melissa went on to clear herself of the defense's allegations. The building a snowman threat was a joke. It may have been a bit extreme, but it was a family joke. Her cell phone was rightly caught in the forest, but William had driven her there. She had no idea why he did so or what he was planning. Lastly, William had given her Anna's cell phone the day before he was called in for questioning. He was her man, so naturally she held on to it for him. Melissa's testimony went on for 14 hours. Besides Melissa, about 70 other people testified. This included Anna's mother, William's best friend and roommate, some members of Melissa's family, and so on. Melissa truly did face a lot of scrutiny with the case, especially in her hometown in Oregon. She was picked on and torn apart by the natives. At a point, she had even attempted suicide, but it was unsuccessful. The prosecutor did commend Melissa's effort to try to do the right thing. The prosecutor called Melissa's act tough, super tough. After about a month of showing up in court, the judge asked the jury for a verdict. The deliberation took less than 3 hours. Regardless of the defense's efforts, Anna's death couldn't be pinned on Michelle. Nothing tied her to the scene, unlike William. There was no forensic evidence of her at the scene or on the weapon. Michelle had truly been celebrating Easter at her mother's house, and there were several witnesses to corroborate her story. William maintained his not guilty plea, but in light of strong impenetrable evidence, William Hargrove was found guilty of every charge and was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole in 25 years. His attorney, however, made it clear that they would be filing for an appeal. The jurors of Anna's case were reported to have formed a strong and unique bond in the little time of the case trial. After the trial, the ladies and gentlemen of the jury erected a cross on the logging trail where Anna was killed and found, in memory of her. Anna would be remembered as a young, brave woman who left her home in Russia with the hopes of building one in the United States. Anna loved, and she put herself out there to be loved. She was loved alive, and she is loved after. The prosecutor in charge of her case, Amy Matsuko, said,